Today, we're asking a provocative question. Is 2026 destined to be the year of devastation? As we approach this date, interpreters are increasingly fixating on Nostradamus' ancient quatrains, linking prophecies like rising waters, fire from the sky, and a great swarm to current global anxieties. We'll be analyzing these predictions through the lens of modern geopolitics, exploring how past insights might intersect with our contemporary challenges and what that could signify for the near future.
Nostradamus's ambiguous prophecies act as a mirror to our current fears, not a glimpse into the future. You can see how major events, from 9/11 to the 2020 pandemic, consistently trigger spikes as we retroactively fit crises to ancient words. The dramatic projected peak for 2026, the year of devastation, powerfully reflects our growing anxieties, particularly regarding climatic and kinetic challenges. It's truly about our worries, not his predictions. Delving into the numerology of crisis, the year 2026 presents a striking convergence. Ancient 26th quatrains numerically point to this date, suggesting significant global shifts. What's compelling is how this aligns with contemporary data from the International Crisis Group and climate reports, underscoring rising global instability, drone warfare, floods, and extreme heat waves. This creates a powerful feedback loop between historical prediction and current risk analysis, prompting us to examine these converging threats closely.
We're grappling with a striking aquatic paradox. The intense heat that leads to record ocean temperatures and extreme drought is also directly contributing to sudden, severe floods. This isn't a new concept, as ancient texts even hinted at dry lands giving way to deluges. Today, we understand this phenomenon as weather whiplash, where prolonged heat and drought conditions become the precursor to incredibly heavy rainfall, transforming our cities into scenes like this, submerged under unexpected waters.
Nostradamus famously predicted the Ticino would overflow with blood. While some envision violence, environmentalists offer a chilling modern reinterpretation for this exact region. We see the river system from the Alps to the Adriatic mapped as a critical risk zone for chemical and algal contamination. This blood could then signify severe red tides and runoff following torrential alpine rains, transforming an ancient foreboding into a potent contemporary ecological warning.
Today, we're examining the Great Inundation, a cyclical event. It begins with heat waves and glacial melt, which directly contribute to flash flooding, ultimately culminating in widespread inundation. This concept, often called the Year of Devastation, evokes ancient tales like Deucalion, the Greek Noah. Remarkably, these historical warnings mirror current 2026 forecasts, projecting significant rising sea levels and widespread displacement, highlighting critical environmental challenges we face.
Let's explore the Great Swarm of Bees, a potent vision from Century I-126, speaking of an ambush arising by night. This concept opens two fascinating lenses for understanding our future. Through a technological lens, bees could represent autonomous drone swarms, a defining feature of modern asymmetric warfare. Alternatively, a societal lens interprets these swarms as mass migrations, populations displaced by escalating climate disasters. Both perspectives highlight disruptive forces we must prepare for.
We're examining a compelling risk surrounding high-profile leadership, drawing from the ancient prophecy, the great man will be struck down in the day by a thunderbolt. This isn't just a historical curiosity. Conspiracy theorists now interpret that thunderbolt as a potential directed energy weapon or precision strike, pointing to a predicted high-profile death in 2026. This alarming scenario is particularly relevant given the escalating political polarization and widespread global leadership instability we currently face.
Ancient prophecies foretell the 7 ships and mortal war, a chilling prediction now linked to current global tensions. We see these ancient naval terms resonate with modern flashpoints, specifically in the Red Sea and the Taiwan Strait. This aligns with broader prophecies anticipating an East-West conflict, where the West loses its light and the East rises, risking severe escalation into a true mortal war if not carefully navigated. Today, we delve into the three fires and the fade of the West. Notice the crumbling pillar representing the West, gradually losing its light, while from the eastern sides, multiple fires ignite. This powerful imagery signifies the profound shift we're witnessing, the decline of Western hegemony, and the assertive rise of Eastern powers. The concept of three brothers influencing global events often links to powerful political alliances emerging, moving us beyond past historical interpretations. Let's consider the concept of fire from the heavens, echoing the ominous phrase, "From the sky shall come a fireball of great destruction." This visual presents a critical dual threat. Is it cosmic, like an asteroid, or man-made, perhaps a missile? Such powerful imagery reinforces our year of devastation narrative, cultivating an inescapable sense of inevitability descending from above, mirroring the rising waters we face from below.
We're exploring post-diction, the process where vague statements are retroactively interpreted to fit new realities. With enough ambiguous declarations, it's a mathematical certainty some will eventually align with future events, often due to linguistic drift. Take Iron Cage. While once a medieval prison or World War II bunkers, we now recode it as pervasive digital surveillance in 2026. We're not uncovering predictions, we're projecting our present context onto open-ended language. Looking ahead to 2026, we must ask if we're witnessing a self-fulfilling prophecy. We face potential scenarios like rising waters, the threat of a great swarm, unexpected thunderbolts, or fire from the sky. But this devastation isn't some cosmic fate written in the stars. Instead, it stems directly from the fragility of our current systems, unchecked climate collapse, the proliferation of autonomous warfare, and escalating political polarization. Our actions today will shape whether these become our reality.
The true power of figures like Nostradamus isn't magic, but their uncanny ability to serve as a mirror, reflecting our collective anxieties. Whether 2026 truly becomes a year of devastation depends less on ancient prophecies and far more on the urgent actions we take today. We must confront our shared fears, from rising waters to escalating geopolitical tensions, because the future isn't predetermined, it's shaped by our choices and responses to these pressing challenges.
For deeper exploration, we've compiled a diverse set of sources. Our research stretches from Michel de Nostradamus' historic prophecies and contemporary geopolitical insights by the International Crisis Group to popular media takes on future predictions. We even explored the Federal Reserve's intriguing "Look into my crystal ball." For a critical, well-rounded perspective, consult the Skeptical Inquirer and historical astrological records listed here.
Prophecy serves as a cultural mirror for modern anxiety, rooted in apophenia, our tendency to find meaningful connections where none exist. It acts as a movable feast, constantly adapting to prevailing fears. Historically, we saw this with the 1930s hyster, and known as apophenia, but prophecy often acts as a movable feast, reflecting the fears of any era. Crucially, the Great Swarm of Bees is a metaphor for a non-biological, disruptive political force, a night ambush on the status quo. We're truly at an economic reckoning, witnessing a profound shift from the stability of gold standards towards a new paradigm, perhaps best encapsulated by the idea of leather coins, representing the rise of digital and crypto values. Our key risk vectors include rampant inflation and currency devaluation, amplified by global trade wars. Looking ahead, debt sustainability concerns are poised to drive increasingly unconventional monetary policies, fundamentally redefining what constitutes value and wealth in our global economy. New negotiations are reshaping the Middle East, driven by transactional diplomacy, primarily between Israel and Saudi Arabia. This approach, however, poses the critical risk of undefined endgames. The current scenario balances incremental peacemaking with the potential for sudden, volatile shifts in alliances. As one historical quatrain notes, a leader from the East is now underway.
We are observing a profound global power shift as the traditional influence of the West appears to be dimming quietly. Simultaneously, new centers of vibrant energy and power are igniting across the Eastern world, as vividly illustrated. This rebalancing is propelled by critical shift vectors, a clear decline in Western hegemony, the escalating dominance in AI and military technology elsewhere, and a significant economic eclipse. It's a silent yet undeniable transformation reshaping our geopolitical landscape. Let's delve into the 7 ships, a critical naval flashpoint scenario. We envision potential incidents in strategic areas like the South China Sea or Red Sea, where a targeted trade route blockade could quickly become the trigger. As seen on the radar, even a limited task force or specific incident involving just a few vessels carries significant risk. Such an event could rapidly escalate, sparking a much wider conflict, truly embodying the ancient warning that a mortal war will be let loose. After 7 months in the European theater, the situation remains critical, as evidenced by the intense conflict zones highlighted across the region. Our paramount objective is clear: we must hold the line. To sustain this effort and prevent further peril, a significant $100 billion aid package is urgently required. Looking ahead, we anticipate a potential escalation phase by 2026, so preparations are vital. We maintain the unwavering belief that, despite these challenges, the King will not suffer defeat.
We are tracking the anomaly, blood in the Alps, with this visual highlighting critical activity in the Ticino region. The ancient quatrain 226, warning the Ticino will overflow with blood, echoes our intelligence. This targets a traditionally neutral zone, creating significant geopolitical risk. We face potential outcomes: a devastating financial collapse impacting Swiss banking, a localized terror event, or even a widespread environmental disaster. The implications demand urgent attention.
We're now confronting the technological swarm, characterized by rapid AI and drone dominance that fundamentally reshapes geopolitical landscapes. We're reinterpreting the Great Swarm as a complex network of autonomous systems, bringing a clear risk: our own technological creations potentially challenging established control structures. Furthermore, this evolution demands massive energy, creating a significant resource challenge for AI data centers. Understanding these interwoven dynamics is crucial as we navigate this powerful technological shift. Today, we're confronting an environmental risk we've titled Fire from the Sky. The image powerfully conveys our global vulnerability. Our risk radar identifies critical threats. First, disruptive solar storms targeting vital satellite grids. Second, the escalating danger of extreme heat waves reaching well over 45 degrees. And third, widespread water insecurity and severe soil degradation. These interconnected challenges paint a stark picture, echoing ancient warnings that the great star will burn for 7 days, urging us to proactively address these looming global disruptions.
Our 2026 strategic outlook anticipates a year of significant global shifts. We're projecting considerable political disruption from concerns with fire from sky remain prominent, and militarily, the 7 ships naval situation demands our attention. Overall, we're forecasting high volatility, critical transitions, and a need for exceptionally bold maneuvers as we navigate these complex challenges ahead.
As we gaze upon the horizon, this image reminds us that challenges are merely part of the journey. While shadows may fall around us, we believe in the eventual rise of clarity and purpose, like a steady flame cutting through darkness. History shows chaos often precedes renewal. The path ahead, though perhaps turbulent, inevitably bends toward a clearer future, illuminated by our collective vision and resolve. Welcome as we delve into the prophetic mirror looking toward 2026.
Here, we juxtapose ancient texts, specifically lay prophecies, with the stark realities of our modern climate crisis. The old world's enigmatic charts meet today's global hotspots, depicted in red, urging us to see a profound connection. This presentation explores how these historical verses may serve as a potent, singular warning about the environmental future unfolding before our very eyes. As we look towards 2026, we explore the compelling convergence of ancient prophecy and modern projection. Texts published in 1555, foretelling a period of ending and renewal, find disturbing echoes in today's data. We're witnessing a dramatic escalation in heat domes, alarming ocean acidification, and widespread harmful algal blooms, a fire, water, and blood scenario. These environmental shifts correlate starkly with a projected surge in geopolitical volatility, signaling a truly pivotal moment on the horizon. Let's dive into our first theme, the verse. This striking imagery brings to life the ancient prophecy from Century 6, Q97. At 45 degrees, the sky will burn, fire to approach the great new city. Historically, these words conjured visions of comets or artillery. But as we consider a great scattered flame leaping up, our 2026 interpretation shifts dramatically to atmospheric combustion, urging us to reconsider these age-old warnings through a new scientific lens. Focusing on the reality, we're seeing the critical emergence of atmospheric heat domes, particularly along the 45th parallel across both Europe and North America. These aren't temporary events, but stationary high-pressure heat traps. Our 2026 projection is alarming. Extreme heat waves fueled by these domes will drive mass mortality. This isn't just a fire on the ground, it's the atmosphere itself scorching these vulnerable regions. This convergence demands our urgent attention. For our second theme, we examine a powerful verse from Nostradamus, Century 2, Quatrain 3. It vividly foretells a time when intense solar heat literally half-cooks fish in the sea near Euboea, prompting locals to gather them. This imagery isn't just about marine life, it's a stark warning about the fragile Mediterranean ecosystem and resource scarcity, hinting at critical supply failures, like biscuits, in key ports such as Rhodes and Genoa. A powerful climate-related prophecy indeed. Here, we confront the reality of ocean acidification and thermal stress. The bleached coral reefs vividly illustrate the devastating impact of 30% CO2 absorption. Our data projects an alarming escalation, indicating that by 2026, we face the collapse of essential biodiversity, leading to protein scarcity for 3 billion people. This isn't mere warming, it's a profound thermal death for marine life, quite literally half-cooking our ocean ecosystems. For theme 3, we turn to a potent verse from Century 1, Q26. The Ticino will overflow with blood. The dry land will dry up even more. This chilling prophecy is further elaborated with, rivers will flow with blood. The inhabitants will come to cut them. Our analysis links this imagery directly to the concept of dry land and the wider implications of environmental degradation, painting a stark picture of the potential consequences of ecological decline. Our third theme, the reality, brings us face to face with the alarming red tide. What you see is a harmful algal bloom, fueled by pollution and increasing heat, turning our oceans toxic. This leads to devastating mass die-offs of marine life. Worryingly, projections suggest that by 2026, we could witness coastlines literally stained red. Understand, this blood isn't from conflict, but a profound biological crisis demanding our immediate attention. Our critical catalyst for global instability is the dangerous intersection of scarcity and conflict. Climate chaos profoundly multiplies these threats. Droughts lead to famine, which drives migration, inevitably escalating into broader conflict. We're witnessing this firsthand, from food insecurity stemming from disruptions in Ukraine to acute water crises fueling instability across Sudan and the Horn of Africa.
This interconnected chain reveals how essential resources directly fuel geopolitical strife. We often speak of the King of Terror as an inevitable doom, a fate written in the stars. But what if this terror isn't some mystical, uncontrollable force? It's atmospheric physics. Through science, we gain agency, the power to understand these physical processes, to analyze probabilities, and, critically, to implement mitigation strategies. We can actively counter what once seemed like inevitable heat, turning an ancient fear into a solvable challenge.
Our 2026 outlook presents a critical warning. While the imagery might evoke ancient prophecies, the scientific projections reveal an identical, urgent reality for our planet. We anticipate fire manifesting as escalating heat domes, water experiencing severe acidification and widespread coral bleaching, and a blood tide with toxic algal blooms impacting ecosystems. Whether by foretelling or rigorous data analysis, the language may differ, but the undeniable urgency for action remains the same. Today, we delve into the eclipse of Western light, exploring the fascinating intersection of ancient prophecy and the powerful emergence of artificial intelligence. We're looking towards the significant 2026 horizon, aiming to decode what could be the Great Swarm. Notice how ancient wisdom, symbolized by the historical text and instrument, converges with the intricate, interconnected pathways of modern AI. This fusion suggests how technology might both illuminate and challenge our understanding of profound future shifts. We're examining a compelling convergence between ancient prophecy and contemporary risk assessment. On one side, we find intriguing interpretations from Nostradamus, like the Great Swarm and Blood in Ticino. These resonate strikingly with our Global Risks Report, which highlights critical concerns such as geoeconomic confrontation and the adverse outcomes of AI. It's fascinating how modern analysis maps these historical insights to current data, all signaling significant implications as we approach 2026.
We observe a silent yet profound rebalancing of global power. Though the US still leads in breakthrough generative models, symbolizing a vibrant spark of innovation, the broader Western landscape faces a metaphorical dimming of its light. The tangible reality reveals manufacturing and critical infrastructure controls solidly shifting east. This quiet relocation of our physical supply chains is fundamentally altering our strategic and economic future. Beijing's industrial foundation is orchestrating a quiet takeover of global standards. While the West innovates, the East is meticulously building the machine. This formidable electrostate is built upon three crucial pillars: robust leadership in AI deployment at scale, extensive grid integration ensuring centralized power, and significant supply chain leverage, especially concerning critical minerals. These interconnected elements are fundamentally reshaping industrial capabilities on a global scale. The Great Swarm of Bees invites us to consider how ancient prophecies, like the one from Nostradamus, spoke of a force arising by night, the ambush. Historically, this imagery was often interpreted as locusts or invading armies. Yet, looking at the intricate, circuit-like wings of our bee, we can see a compelling modern interpretation: networked autonomy. This concept suggests a future where interconnected, self-governing entities, much like a swarm, could emerge with profound impact on our world. We're confronting the night ambush of autonomous agents, a pervasive threat represented by this swarm of unmanned systems. These operate in gray zone operations, from cyber attacks to drone incursions. The stark reality is technology is advancing far faster than regulation, leading to a critical loss of control. The World Economic Forum's 2026 report projects a significant spike in risk from unmanned systems, citing adverse outcomes of AI. We are rapidly approaching a critical threshold that demands our immediate focus. Today, we delve into Bones from the Depths, examining the profound, often hidden structures shaping our reality. Consider the bones as the invisible infrastructure, like our critical cybersec networks, forming the very foundation of our digital world. The skeletons represent the growing displaced labor markets, while the digital doppelganger refers to algorithms now increasingly determining human fate. It's a future where the ancient prophecy of bones and skeletons takes on a stark new meaning in our technologically driven society. We're currently navigating a truly intense battle for financial liquidity. The stark imagery of Ticino overflows with blood vividly portrays the severity of this geoeconomic confrontation. Our global banking hubs are the primary target, experiencing widespread cyberkinetic attacks on financial institutions, as depicted by these critical glowing pathways. This places us at a profoundly high-risk status, demanding our full strategic focus to mitigate the escalating threats. Fire from the sky, the light of Mars, grimly frames our environmental challenges for 2026. Global warming remains our primary concern, closely followed by the increasing politicization of climate action and significant biodiversity loss. The prophecy of heavenly fire when the lights of Mars go out now reflects a stark reality: escalating climate disasters right here on Earth, directly hindering our very progress towards space colonization. We stand at a pivotal moment, confronting a profound choice for our future. One path plunges us into the shadows of economic disruption and the complexities of swarm warfare. The other, the path of light, envisions a future forged through human-centric AI integration. 2026 isn't just a date, it's a critical threshold. The stars don't dictate our destiny, our collective agency does, ensuring that the man of light will rise through our actions. Our deep dive into the Thunderbolt of 2026 reveals a critical convergence: ancient prophecy, specifically Nostradamus' Century I Quatrain 26, aligning with a stark modern threat. We're observing an anomalous spectral signature showing a critical peak in energy discharge, a 1.21 gigawatt event imminent at 2.6 kilometers. This confirms a directed energy weapon scenario. The fusion of these historical warnings with our real-time data presents an urgent geopolitical concern we must address immediately.
Operation Thunderbolt Reconnaissance highlights a re-evaluated prophecy predicting a high-impact event in 2026, a great man struck by a thunderbolt. Our analysis links this to critical threat levels from advanced directed energy weapons, with systems exceeding gigawatt output. The current geopolitical landscape reveals extreme volatility, marked by drone swarms and shifting global power, maximizing the potential for such an event within this unique temporal window. Global alert is active. Let's delve into Quatrain C1 Q26 from Codex Nostradamus. The core of our analysis centers on this passage: the great man will be struck down in the day by a thunderbolt. This specific phrasing, particularly struck down and thunderbolt, is Exhibit A, our primary anomaly of an evil deed, another casualty, and critical regional conflicts. Let's explore the intriguing parallel between historical prophecy and current capabilities. What was once described as divine wrath or natural lightning, vividly depicted by a figure like Zeus in 1555, finds a chilling modern counterpart in the reality of 2026, orbital directed energy weapons. These precision platforms deliver focused, light-speed destruction. Essentially, Nostradamus used the vocabulary available in his time to articulate what we now understand and face as a very tangible, technologically advanced reality. Let's delve into the Directed Energy Weapon System, a groundbreaking mechanism utilizing offensive lasers, particle beams, and microwaves. Operating at instantaneous speeds, this technology offers unprecedented tactical advantages. It's invisible, silent, and delivers pinpoint accuracy. Currently under development by both US and Chinese militaries for a 2026 deployment, DEW represents a fundamental shift in defense capabilities. Man-made lightning is truly becoming a reality, moving beyond mere imagination and into operational readiness. Examining the recent sequence, we note the thunderbolt striking during the day, representing Event 1 as a critical initial impact.
This was closely succeeded by Event 2, another falling at night, indicating a rapid follow-up under darkness. Our current interpretation of these two distinct yet connected incidents strongly suggests either a coordinated decapitation strike or a swift, compounding series of tragedies. This unfolding timeline demands our immediate and comprehensive assessment.
Our understanding of the swarm of bees has undergone a significant transformation. Historically, in 1555, bees represented a powerful force of nature. Fast forward to 2026, and this metaphor now translates directly to autonomous drone swarms, as visually depicted here. We're talking about silent whisper aircraft and dehumanized technology that will critically define the modern battlespace, moving far beyond traditional engagement. We're observing a truly volatile global landscape, aptly identified as a geopolitical powder keg. The Ukraine-Russia conflict remains a brutal war of attrition, demanding our constant attention. Simultaneously, the USA's America First doctrine is introducing significant volatility into international relations. Further complicating matters, we're seeing a rapid global rise in AI capabilities and drone interception, fundamentally reshaping the strategic environment. These critical developments underscore our ongoing mission status and the need for vigilant analysis. Our intelligence highlights key geographic markers indicating escalating threats across Europe. We're tracking a naval aerial threat from London, escalating through Reims with conflict indicators. This path continues to Ticino, showing financial and conflict instability, and reaches Tuscany, where pestilence signifies a biological threat. All vectors now converge on an unknown in the central Mediterranean, requiring our immediate focus as we correlate thunderbolt signatures. Here we arrive at the verdict. We've weighed the ancient prophecy, speaking of a great man, a thunderbolt, and even bees, against the stark realities we face in 2026. On the other side of the scale, we see looming assassination risks, the emergence of DEW technology, and the concerning rise of drone swarms. Regardless of whether this is mystic truth or sheer coincidence, it's clear the prophecy acts as a profound mirror, reflecting the core anxieties defining our current year. The democracy of dust powerfully illustrates death as the ultimate equalizer. Beneath the surface, the mightiest figures, like Caesar, and the most humble become identical building blocks for new growth. It's the ancient cycle of dust into dust, where the earth wears us all with equal indifference and profound beauty. Nature remembers no rank, only chemistry, transforming everything into fresh life as this vibrant plant emerges from what remains. The Rubaiyat truly was a shock to the system for Victorians. Amidst pious ideologies, it boldly expressed hedonism, directly challenging the Christian promise of resurrection with a carpe diem philosophy. It emphasized living fully now, as seen in the powerful lines, make the most of what we yet may spend, before we too into the dust descend. This stark message provoked a passionate outcry, clashing sharply with the era's unofficial calls for moderation. Edward Fitzgerald's tessellation describes his unique method for adapting Omar Khayyam's work. He didn't translate word for word, but tessellated scattered quatrains, piecing them into a cohesive narrative, an Epicurean eclogue. This creation, often termed the Rubaiyat of Fitz-Omar, beautifully blends Persian fatalism with Victorian melancholia. Quatrain 19 perfectly exemplifies this synthesis, capturing Khayyam's scientific spirit through the distinct lens of English Romanticism. We're diving into the wish to shatter, exploring a profound desire to transcend our current imperfect reality. Confronted by the physics of the clay, the poet rejects the existing sorry scheme of things. This isn't about changing the laws of physics, but a creative, almost violent wish to shatter and remold the universe closer to our heart's desire. It champions the aspiration for a world defined by love, not dust, as its ultimate end.
And this revival truly asks us to tread lightly on the earth, recognizing we walk on the history of the world. It's a profound call to appreciate the present beauty, symbolized by this exquisite rose, understanding its fleeting nature, fueled by all that came before us. Like the flower, we enjoy our brief moment in the sun, before becoming the clay for the next garden, contributing to the continuous cycle.